Welcome to ZakDTV, the place for interesting news from around the net. In today's episode, we're going to look at a new electric hypercar. Then we have some news on the Hyperloop, and we're going to wrap up with the world's fastest shed. And if you want more interesting news 7 days a week, click the subscribe button right over here. If you hit the bell, you'll know when I upload something new. Alright, let's get right into this. Let's start right off with Ariel Motor Company. They're a small company out of the UK, known for the Atom and the Nomad. These are basically track cars that have been made legal for the street. And because they focus on making them so light, their performance is known by everyone. Well, Ariel just announced that they are going to step into hypercar territory. They went with hypercar for the name, high performance carbon reduction. And how do they get the carbon reduction? By making an all-electric vehicle. They plan on powering this vehicle with 4 electric motors, one at each corner. That together will give almost 1,200 horsepower to this little light ride. Unlike the Atom or the Nomad, this will be fully clad, so it's going to have body panels all around it, like you see in the photos. They believe this car will be able to do 0 to 60 in about 2.4 seconds, and the run up to 150 should be around 7.8. That's fast by anyone's standards. And if they can truly see numbers like that, they will be in the same area as the Valkyrie or the Porsche hybrid hypercar. And we're looking at vehicles in the $1 million range here. And according to Simon Sanders of Ariel, he says that it will be an expensive car because of the technology involved. But when compared to a £1 million plus supercar, which it will outperform, it's going to represent excellent value for the money. Okay, so it won't quite be a $1 million car, but I still have this weird feeling it's going to be a car that I'll never be able to afford. It's still really cool looking, and I am glad to see high performance manufacturers moving towards electric as the way of the future. And thinking about future transportation, over the weekend, Hyperloop ran another round of tests for its high-speed Hyperloop pod. And this weekend, 30 students from Germany that call themselves WARR Hyperloop won the competition, with their pod reaching a speed of 324 kilometers per hour. We're looking at like 201 miles an hour in the Hyperloop test track. This group from the Munich Technical University built a lightweight carbon fiber body propelled by a 50 kilowatt electric motor, which according to the numbers has a potential to accelerate up to 350 kilometers per hour in about 12 seconds. But for this test, in the mile-long test track, they did see 324 kilometers per hour, 201 miles an hour, and a big step towards designing the pod of the future for the Hyperloop system. And finally, I just want to wrap it up with this. That's right, a shed. The world's fastest shed, if you will. This shed was built by Kevin Nix in England. And he started off with a Volkswagen Passat and decided he wanted to customize it. So he decided to build a metal framed shed. I don't know, I guess so you could take your lawnmower with you anywhere you go. Now, since the 2.8 liter V6 in the Passat is only good for about 200 horse, and the shed now weighs over 2 tons, he did put a 75 shot of NOS in this as well. And even with all the bad aerodynamics, the heavy weight, and everything else this has going against it, it was able to achieve a top speed of 96.831 miles per hour. And that solidly cemented it as the world's fastest shed. But on that note, I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks for stopping in. And if you like what I do, your friends will too. So go ahead and share me on Twitter or Facebook. I do this 7 days a week. That's Monday through Friday. Live stream on Saturday and a short on Sunday. So I hope to see you here again. And until next time, have fun and be safe.